Stephanie Inglis with Lake Life Realty. I am here in Wolfeboro, New Hampshire on a beautiful day. It finally feels like summer with Allie Caps. I was gonna say, in town here, tell us a little bit about yourself and what Allie Caps has to offer.
Awesome, thanks. Yeah, so I moved to Wolfeboro 16 years ago, so I consider myself a local at this point. I work at Brewster Academy up the street and started my business here, Allie Caps, in 2016. However, I've always made hats. I've always had a thing for hats. I grew up playing ice hockey. I played through college.
Oh, nice.
And learned how to knit when I was really young.
Yep.
From my mom. And I used to travel a lot for hockey, so I would bring my knitting needles with me and knit everybody hats and scarves. Like my whole team they were outfitted for winter. And my hockey coach always was like, "You're so weird. Why are you knitting everyone's stuff?" So so I've always had a thing for knitting, and I started making trucker hats. I'm a big Fish fan, which is a band, and I used to travel around and watch them play. And so I just picked up a knitting or a needle one day and made a fish hat and started selling them on Fish Lot. And people were like, "Those are really cool." And then I started experimenting with different kinds of patterns and whatnot. And here we are today. Yeah. And my trucker hats are really inspired by the outdoors. I'm a big outdoor enthusiast, and
awesome.
Specifically New Hampshire.
So I was going to say, you started with more of the winter season, and you kind of encompass all year round now with the trucker hat. So that's such a kind of a neat dynamic. Yeah. Now they're all, like you said, inspired by nature, outdoors. We'll scan in close so we can let people kind of see what's here and what's around you. But you do some customizable stuff too.
Absolutely.
So can you kind of talk a little bit about what someone could expect there? Or?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my whole thing is every hat is a little bit different from each other, and that goes for both my knitted and trucker hats, because people can design them based on their interests. So I don't only make New Hampshire hats, I make every single state at this point I think I've made. But if people have something specific that they love, lacrosse or a specific yoga pose or something, I can actually make quite a few different styles of hats. So people can come in and pick out a hat color, and I work with them to find the right pattern fabric that they want, which is pretty cool. So really and truly each hat is really individualized to each person. And then with the knitted hats, the yarn that I use is kettle dyed merino wool. So it's super soft and luxurious. And because it's hand dyed, every single skein is different from each other, making each hat unique, which is pretty cool.
So other than, we're standing kind of in your summertime shop that you have, and you set up here in off of Railroad Ave in downtown Wolfeboro. If you're not familiar, you can look out and see the water. You can walk to town. It's a great spot. If they don't want to come into the shop or can't get here, they can visit your website at alliecaps.com.
Yes, I have a website. I also have an Etsy shop, and you can always get at me on my social media on Instagram, which is just at Allie Caps. I also have a store in Killington, Vermont, on the access road for you skiers. That's right, basically the base of the mountain next to the lookout. We have a store there, so you can also find Allie Caps there, and at several different shops, really all over the country at this point, selling hats.
Awesome. Yeah. Do you have a favorite project that you've ever done, like a customizable one, or like a favorite design? That's a tough question. I probably should have prompted you with that one.
No, that's okay. Yeah, actually, I'm working on a pretty cool project right now for a camp on Lake Winnipesaukee, Camp Belknap. Cool. They designed 4 different hats, and I'm making literally hundreds as we speak right now.
They're going to sell them there?
Yeah. So I'm really excited that I was able to make hats for them. And probably my favorite winter hat is the Superstar Beanie, which was a hat that I designed for the Women's World Cup in Killington.
Oh, cool.
And I was fortunate enough to have some Olympians in that hat, so that's a pretty cool story.
I could see like bachelorette parties. I can see, I mean, anything you can customize, it like totally goes down your own lane. So
it is, yeah. And like I said, within reason, I can pretty much do it all, and I do everything by hand too. So that's also makes it a little bit different from something knit in a machine.
And I was gonna say, locally sourced, locally supported. That's always kind of our goal, and I know that you appreciate that too. So I would encourage people to stop here. You're open. What are your hours that you have your shop open here?
So starting the end of June, I'll be open 7 days a week from 9 to 4. Through the month of June, though, we'll be open just weekends. Another thing I want to tell you is that we actually have a vendor's license. Allie Caps does at the end of this road next to Bailey's Bubble, so we will be set up there for some weekends and big events too. We'll be in the parade too if you're.
I was just gonna say, I do remember you in the 4th of July parade. Yes, people know my love for the Wolfeboro 4th of July parade. So I was gonna say, she has a great, I don't wanna say float, but you have a great stretch in the parade. So if you can't come in person, like we mentioned, go to her website at alliecaps.com, check out social media, and we will link all of that here. But thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
And we're ready definitely for summer. So
yeah.